Oh, yes.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're taking a look at the new Masters of the Universe Origins Man-at-Arms, aka the Heroic Master of Weapons. Man-at-Arms, another, well-known main character from Masters of the Universe and He-Man and all that. And he's known for his ability to make all sorts of gadgets and weapons and just really neat stuff. Even made a robot once. So if you've seen my reviews before, you know how this goes. We're going to take a look at the toy's packaging, then we'll open it up, and we'll get a good look at Man-at-Arms, check out his accessories and all that stuff, do some group shots, and then at the end of the video, I'll give my final thoughts. So Man-at-Arms comes in your standard MOTU retro packaging. You got his name and title right under the logo. Got your new for 20 because this guy came out last year. And then you get the toy here in his little bubble. And like many, and by many I mean like virtually all of the MOTU toys, the classic ones, he's some sort of recoloring and retooling of He-Man. In this case, like from the neck down, he's He-Man, just with the skin and bracers painted green. Like that's pretty much it. It's just painted green or done in green plastic anyway to look like a full body suit. But it is the He-Man body, so they just took the He-Man body, slapped a new head on him, and then he's got some armor that, slaps all over him to help set him apart. And that's nothing new or unique with this guy. I mean, there's very little differentiation in the parts that are used with all the different Masters of the Universe toys throughout, their original run. So expect to see that, and of course I'll compare them with He-Man so you can just see for yourself how that looks. Alright, so we go ahead and turn this around. Oh, by the way, you can probably tell my little card's pretty damaged here. Thank you, Amazon, again, for just really not caring what kind of condition my stuff arrives in. Oh, insert fell out there. Alright, so we get this really neat little bit of artwork here across the top, and he's firing his little wrist-mounted laser at something or other. Then you got the little gargoyle from Castle Grayskull flying in the background. Got some, I think those are moons, right? Then a little flavor text here says, Weapons Master and Royal Advisor, Man-at-Arms assists He-Man in the battle against evil. Down here just shows you how to fit his mace into his hand and then how to pose him, basically. We get our other Wave 1 figures called out here, at least the normal size ones, not counting like vehicles and stuff. And that's really all there is to see. So let's go ahead and open up old Duncan here. Alright, so first up we have the comic that comes with Man-at-Arms, and it is the same Wave 1 comic that's included with He-Man, Skeletor, and all the other Wave mates. So it's the whole Beast Barrage thing, just classic He-Man setup where, bad guys attack, and you got Teela and Duncan holding down the fort while Item runs off, transforms into He-Man, shows up, saves the day, Skeletor retreats, everyone laughs at the end, all that good stuff. So yeah, just yet another standard mini comic. Right, before I bring out the accessories, I wanted to show you what the Man-at-Arms toy looks like without all the armor and stuff, and just, help kind of reiterate that this really is just a green He-Man body with a new head. So I got He-Man here without his armor and his accessories, and everything's exactly the same. The muscle details, the bracers, which are now just colored green to blend in with his outfit, boots, a loincloth, all that stuff. So, the He-Man toy line really was Barbie for boys. Like just slap a new head on, some new clothes, and you're good to go. Alright, so now we got our accessories laid out in front of us. So you get the chest armor, the two pieces for his arm armor. Well, actually, these are the two pieces. Shin armor, and then his classic mace. So the chest armor's got a few different little buckles on it. You can go ahead and just kind of slide it over his shoulders and stuff. Bring it around back here, like so. Also helps if you don't have it upside down. That was a test. Better been paying attention. Alright, so there you go. So the first thing is these little shoulder strap bits here. Well, actually, let's go ahead and do the middle first. So that, just simply plug this little bit in here. And the shoulder straps, you just push through until they get past that first little notch right there. That should be as tight as you need to make it. Right there. That'll hold on quite well. It might be able to tighten another notch, but probably puts undue strain on it, so I'm just going to leave it like this. So there's classic chest armor with that little neck guard there. I always thought was really cool. Then let's do the shin next. So that simply just goes around the boot. Has another belt-like strap here. Pop it through until it gets past the hump. There you go. And then the armor, I believe on the original toy was just one piece, and that's because the original toy didn't have bending elbows, so it didn't need to articulate. Here it's cast in two pieces to enable that arm articulation. So you get the shoulder piece first. You just push this through like so. And then you get the forearm bit, which goes like this. I gotta rotate that. There we go. Yeah. And just straps over his wrist like so. And let's get it all straightened out. It gives him the ability to bend his elbow and still have, you know, full use of the arm mounted armor. So all in all, pretty cool, pretty cool. It works. It does tend to slide off a bit, which is kind of annoying. Wish it wouldn't do that. Maybe like push it up in there a little. I don't know. All right, and then lastly, his mace just goes in his little more closed hand that's sculpted to hold standard accessories. And here we go. This is Man-at-Arms. Fully armored up, fully armed, and ready to fight. And naturally, he has all the same articulation as the He-Man and Skeletor figures. So he's got like the ball-jointed head right here, which is, I think, double ball-jointed. Universal shoulders, which kind of click a little, but mostly have free range. Bicep swivel, single bend elbows. He's actually got quite a bit of mold flash on the inside of this elbow. Doesn't really hinder anything, but it's kind of unsightly. I probably should go on my way to try to scrape that out a bit. He's got wrist swivel, and they bend back and forth. Full waist swivel. Legs that go out a bit. Don't go up and down very well. Bending knees. Rotating knees for some reason. Rotating boot, which looks very unnatural, but it's there. He's got ankle rock, and then an ankle swivel, which kind of gives you some degree of tilt. So, you know, everything you come to expect from these Origins figures. He's got it all. And, yeah, looks pretty cool. What is up with this? Oh, no wonder it's so loose. It came out. Let's get that back in there. Stay there. Oh, man, I'm dropping everything. All right, there we go. So, not only does he pose well, he just looks really cool. He also doesn't want to hold his mace today. So, there it is. Duncan looking very serious, very battle ready. Now, one thing that's worth pointing out, and it's something I didn't know initially and had to go back and look, the original Man-at-Arms toy did not have his very famous mustache. Originally, he was just a clean-shaven guy. And the mustache was added when they did the Filmation television show to make him look older. I guess they felt the standard design looked too young. So that is a big change they made to the head sculpt here, is that they did give him his big old, like, Tom Selleck mustache. Now, what's really neat, I found this out a little bit ago, they're releasing a special exclusive figure, which is officially being billed as like an Eternian elite guard. And it's supposed to be, you know, just kind of one of the generic soldiers that fights underneath Duncan. But it comes with optional parts. And it has like a completely different set of armor that's like full body instead of just one side. It has like a big polearm type weapon, which I think is actually the same weapon used for the Scareglow figure. And it's got like a masked face, but what's really cool is that it comes with extra parts that you can swap out, and those extra parts are this armor along with this mace, and then a version of the Man-at-Arms head without the mustache, or just a clean-shaven one. So it pulls double duty as either being a new unique figure, if that's what you want, or it can be a Man-at-Arms Origins figure that is much more faithful to the original toy, having, you know, a much more accurate face sculpt. So that's pretty cool. I have that thing on pre-order. According to Big Bad Toy Store, it doesn't come out till December, though, so it'll be a while before we take a look at that. But I look forward to it. I like the fact that you can have a toy that pulls double duty, and I mean, if you got the money, I think it's $20. I could be wrong. If you got it, you could buy multiples, right? You can army build with it. You can keep at least one as classic Duncan if you want. So a lot of possibilities there. I look forward to that. And that's going to complete our look at Origins Man-at-Arms. Overall, I really like this figure. Despite the fact that, his actual body really is just a plain green He-Man body, the amount of accessories he comes with and the new head and all that really sell the illusion that this is a very different toy. And I love the armor pieces. I think they look really, really good, and they help spruce this guy up a lot, make him very unique. The mace is very cool. Like, it's simple, yeah, but it is kind of like a sci-fi fantasy type mace where it's got almost kind of like a steampunk kind of design to it. I kind of dig it. The new head, I imagine for people that were trying to collect this line looking for like pure updates to their classic toys, that might be a little off-putting to them. The fact that it's been redone, has the mustache. I know me personally, if I was looking at, say, like a G1 reissue for a Transformers toy, I would want it to look, exactly like the original toy, right? That's kind of the point of reissues in my mind anyway. So I can understand how some people really might not like that. Luckily, as I mentioned, there is that Elite Guard version coming, which can serve as a, original version Man-at-Arms, if that's something you're interested in. So, everybody kind of wins. Personally, I like the mustache face, coming into this not knowing the original toy didn't have a mustache, so I don't have that kind of nostalgia lens to view it through. But I do like it. The mustache is really just one of those features that Duncan's come to be known for, right? He's like steampunk Tom Selleck. He's really, really cool. I like him. So I think it looks really good, despite the fact that it's not very faithful to the original toy. Gives him a lot of character, just does make him look, kind of older and wiser. I really dig that. So I'm happy I picked this guy up. I think he's one of the coolest He-Man figures that I've grabbed so far, because I had a few. I got like a whole queue of figures that need to be reviewed. I bought a whole bunch at once. So I'm really enjoying him so far. He just does a lot of really cool stuff. So if you haven't already, and you're, into He-Man, or you're kind of dipping your toes in the water like I am, I'd recommend getting this guy. He's still not very hard to find. You can get him online still for like retail price. I'm guessing he must not have been like a big seller or something, or maybe they just overstocked him. I haven't seen him in stores, but I know online he's been pretty readily available. So I'd fully recommend grabbing this guy for $15 and just having some fun with him, the accessories. Of course, as always, that is just my opinion. So now I want to know what you all think of this toy. Do you like the Man-at-Arms design? Do you not like it? Are you happy with the redone head, or would you prefer they kept it, OG? Any and all feedback's always welcome in the comments section. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to toss it a like. Let YouTube know you want to see more stuff like this. If you do want to see more like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you always get a heads up when I post something new. I thank you for joining me for this look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Man-at-Arms figure. And with all that said, I will see you next time.